In this video, I'm going to show you how to master copywriting using ChatGPT in under 5 minutes with this 4-step proven process. Now, we have all been there. You scroll through your feed and you see that there is a post that is just pulling in comments, reactions, engagements, everything. It's engaging, it's relatable. You can't stop reading it. And let's be honest, it is a lot better than the content that you have been putting out there. So naturally, if you're like me, you probably want to create something similar. But the entire process of trying to figure out how to develop your copywriting skills and nailing down your tone, your style, and your voice might feel like an uphill battle. It might feel like you're trying to reinvent the wheel. And the best part is that wheel is judging you quietly. So what do you do? Well, most of the time you do one of 3 things. At least the clients that I work with do one of 3 things before they come to find me. Number 1, they keep making content hoping that it will stick, but they start losing motivation because the results suck. Number 2, they buy a copywriting course, and those are really good, very useful, but sometimes you don't want to go the route of spending money and you want to find some free or at least some cheap alternatives. And then number 3, the worst one and the most common one is you just stop making content because it just doesn't work for you, right? But what if you could do this instead? What if instead of staring at the screen, wondering where your content is going wrong, you could just borrow the brilliance from content that you love and replicate it without feeling like a copycat? What if you could take any piece of content at all that you love or that's just getting crazy engagement and turn it into something that resonates with your specific audience without losing your voice, your style, your tone? And what if there was a way that you could turn inspiration into action every single time? Every piece of content that comes across your feed that you love, what if you could actually, on the spot, make your own content from it? That is where we're going to use ChatGPT, and it's going to come in very, very powerful. It's going to be like having the best content creators in the world write content for you for free. So let me stop yapping and let's go ahead and jump into the 4-step process that will help you make insane content every single time. And here's how you do it. Don't worry, it's not too complicated, and I will walk you through it without having this video go on and on and on and on. Step 1, we want to find and prepare content. So first, we've got to find a piece of content that we like, that we admire, right? It could be a great blog post. It could be a Facebook post, a Twitter post, a LinkedIn post. It could even be a random video where someone nails the vibe, they nail the hook, they nail the CTA, whatever it is that you like about it, right? For videos, what I do is I use a software called Descript. And what Descript does is I can put in any YouTube link or any post that is a video, and it will automatically pull the transcript, and then I can copy that transcript over into ChatGPT, right? So let's go ahead and find a piece of content that we actually like, that we admire for step 1. I've already got one pulled up from Alec since he's a very well-known copywriter and people really seem to enjoy his content. And so we're going to take this post right here and we're just going to highlight it and we are going to just copy it, okay? Step 2, we're going to assess the copy with ChatGPT. So we're going to paste it into ChatGPT with this magic phrase or prompt. Basically, it says, I really like the style of this post. I'm going to share with you. Can you help me create a prompt for ChatGPT that will help me recreate content similar to this style? Here is the copy. So what it's doing is ChatGPT is going to dissect the content that we give it. It's going to point out what's working and it's going to give us a framework or another prompt to help us recreate content like that. So let's go into ChatGPT and I'm going to paste the post that we grabbed from Alec. I'm going to go before it and I'm going to copy and paste this prompt right here. Let's copy that. And so you see, here we go. And let's go ahead and send it in. Now, while that's doing its thing, let's come back over here. And you can see this is a screenshot right here. And it's going to then say, hey, here's a prompt that you could use to generate content similar to the style of the post you shared. And you see it's going to give us a prompt. So let's go ahead and hop back over here. And let's see. So here's a prompt you can use with ChatGPT to recreate similar content to the style of the post that you shared. Let's see. I really like the style of this following post. I like to create similar content. The tone is direct, high status, and focus on actionable advice without unnecessary fluff. It uses simple, short sentences, making the message clear and easy to follow. The post is motivational, but also no nonsense in its approach. And then it's going to give us here, using this as inspiration, can you create a post about here? So this is going to give us another option. So I can do one of 2 things here. I can either say, hey, use this to make our post, or I can copy the entire post as the entire prompt, and I can then swap out insert topic here with the subject that we want to focus on, right? So now that we have the prompt that ChatGPT gave us, we're going to insert that prompt into this 4-part prompt right here. And I use this for absolutely everything. This is not my prompt. There's a bunch of people on TikTok and on YouTube that talk about using this 4-part prompt. So this is not, I don't want to take any credit for this. I just grabbed this from them, okay? So this is what they say. Number 1, start with act as. So this is going to tell ChatGPT who to act as. What job are we trying to replace? In this one, I want to say something like act as a highly paid copywriter in whatever my space is. Number 2, set the context. Who is the audience? Specify the structure. What are we trying to accomplish? And then number 3, provide the prompt from step 2. So this is not this step 2. This is the step 2 up here. So we're going to provide the prompt that ChatGPT gave us. And then we're going to, number 4, end with questions. So ask me any questions you need to be able to provide the most accurate response. And then you can have an option one where you can say, ask for a call to action, nothing over the top, just something to get people talking. So it could say something like, hey, give me a call to action at the end, right? So let's go ahead and come in here. So we're going to start with act as, right? So act as a highly paid, let's say right here. So number one, act as a highly paid copywriter in the, and let's say, I work with lead conversion mechanism space. Number 2, let's see what number 2 is. Let's come back over here. Set the context. Who's your audience? Specify the structure. What are you trying to accomplish? And I'm going to say, I am trying to make content focused on marketing agencies that can enhance their offer by adding a lead conversion mechanism to boost conversions, since leads don't generate, goodness, if I could type today, money, but closes do. Number 3, now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to copy this and we're going to put that in for number 3. And it's going to have the niche down here, or insert topic. So using this as inspiration, can you create a post about, let's see. So now, let me see what we have here. The post should be about marketing to your niche with a similar tone and structure. And let's come down to step 4. Ask me any questions you need to ensure you complete the task at hand perfectly. So let's go ahead and send it up. Now it's going to ask us for some questions. Looks like it didn't ask any questions, so let's see what it says. If your offer isn't closing deals consistently, here's what you need to do. Grab your simplest tool, a notepad or Google Doc, and map out a lead conversion mechanism. Leads don't make money, closes do. A follow-up system, a booking flow, automated nurture. Pick one thing your clients are missing and make it bulletproof. Test it on one client, fix what's broken, add it to your offer. When the system gets results from one client, do it again for the next, repeat until it becomes what you're known for. Just close. Yeah, sweet. So I'm going to copy this, and we're going to go over into Facebook. That way, if you guys follow me on Facebook, you can go and make sure that I actually posted this and you can see how it works. And let's throw it up there. And we're going to just post it. There we go. So let's come back over here. Now, one of the things it didn't do is it didn't ask me any questions. So we could say something like, please ask me any questions you need, or do you feel like I gave enough context? And let's see what it says. Yeah, so I gave a lot, and you could refine here. So usually what I do is I'll ask these questions. If you don't like what it gave you, I would just, ask it again, but that's going to be the piece of the prompt. And let's say I wanted to add like a CTA at the end. Can you add a CTA at the end to boost conversions? And so this is a variation or an addition that you could add. And then boom, here you go. So that's not a bad ad at all, actually. So let's go back. Step 4, reuse for future posts, different topics. So what I can do now is, because I'm in ChatGPT and I have this thread right here, I can come in, I can say, hey, can you do the same thing, but for product development as the topic? And so now what it'll do is it'll swap it out. Here we go. So it just changes it a little bit, right? Or I can say, can you do the same thing, but use this post as inspiration? And then let's go back to LinkedIn and let's grab a different post. Let's go. I'm looking for one of his longer posts. Let's see. I didn't even read it. I'm just going to throw it in there. And let's see what it does. There you go. So this is so simple. Look how I'm doing it. And we could even swap it out. You know, I'm just using Alex Hormozy because he's pretty popular, pretty well known, but you can swap it out for any content creator you see, right? Now the benefits, you look effortless, consistency without even trying that hard. What more could you want? It's so simple. Efficiency, there's less staring at the screen, more getting things done. I mean, look at this. I just made 2 pretty decent posts in very little time. Engagement boost, your audience will feel like you finally get them and it will show. Now, the reason that this works is not because I've just mastered copywriting in the sense that I've understood every aspect of it. Now, you know, you could argue that I do or I don't. The idea is, or the thought behind it is that I'm going to leverage somebody who does understand those things and use their content as inspiration. And then time saver. I mean, look how fast I just made that content, whether you liked it or hated it. You can see I'm making content pretty quickly. Why reinvent the wheel when you can just, you know, borrow it? So quick little bonus tip. If you want to learn how to replicate content for a specific platform, so I was just using LinkedIn, which is very similar to Facebook, but if you want to use it for a specific platform, then you would want to follow your favorite copywriters, your favorite content creators on those specific platforms. And you want to look at the difference between their posts on X versus YouTube versus Facebook versus LinkedIn versus Instagram, right? And if you want to learn how the best people in your space run, let's say like email campaigns, what you can do is you can subscribe to their newsletter as if you were a fan, a client, a customer, a viewer, you know, whatever. And then you can do the exact same thing with their email copy, right? So the idea is you find content you like, you throw in a ChatGPT to figure out the prompt that it creates, you throw it into that 4-step prompt, and then you can very quickly recreate content because now you have a thread that has all of those prompts in it. Ready to go, right? Action steps. So learning from these videos, these training sessions, they're great, but how many of you are actually going to do anything with the content that you're consuming, right? Are you going to actually do something, or are you just here because it makes you feel productive and you're doing absolutely nothing with your life, right? Well, if you're following me, if you're subscribed to my content, then I want you to actually do something with the stuff I give you for 2 main reasons. Number 1, it will actually help you progress and you'll actually do something. And then number 2, you'll come back to me because I helped you do it, and that's going to help my channel. It's going to help my content, right? So here's what I want you to do. Number 1, I want you to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I want you to like the video so you don't lose it and you don't miss when I drop more gold nuggets better than this one. Number 2, I want you to follow this exact process, and I want you to make enough content for 7 days on the platform of your choosing. Facebook, X, LinkedIn, email. I don't care what it is. It's your call, but I want you to do it right now. It goes very quickly right now. Post it out, and I want you to come back and comment and let me know how it goes, okay? Number 3, I want you to schedule it out over the next week so that you spend no more than 30 minutes total on your written content for the entire week. And I want you to repeat it over and over and over again, okay? Number 4, with the extra time that this is gonna help you get, I want you to start thinking about how you can do the same thing with video content and how you can add on top of that for the other tasks next week. So you're compounding your content. Don't go all out right now because you're gonna burn out. Start small, add on. Number 5, like I said, when it works, come back to this training since you saved it in step 1, or you better have, and tell me how it went. Tell me what you liked, what it didn't like, and tell me how you made it better in your own way. So I hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, anything at all, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.